Welcome, everybody, to the final guest of Dan-A-Plooza today. Let's give a virtual round of applause for our amazing novice cosplayer, TeffyWonder. It's good to have you
Hi. Well,
here.
hi. Very nice to meet you as well.
Oh, thank you. For those watching and future watching, you can follow TeffyWonder on Instagram, and also make sure to check out the website www.headnerdsincharge.com. Teffy, can you explain a little bit about what that website is to the viewers?
So that is our home website. I am managing director of Head Nerds in Charge, the LLC, and the motherfucking movement. And yes, Head Nerds in Charge. We are a media platform for the promotion and proliferation of underserved POC content creators. We currently are at like 11,000 followers on Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah, listen. We're trying to get up there. Our we have a huge platform over on Facebook. We're something at over 500,000 followers on our combined pages on Facebook as well. We put on other like podcasts and shows, so we're really trying to be like your next like nerd conglomerate, like a network, trying to reach out to the community and give the more underserved members of like this geek nerd space like a platform where they can shine like the same way that like other people have done for us.
It's very very impressive with the with all of the numbers and everything, and it's like welcome to Nerdvana. So
Listen, one day, not yet, but one day, I have gotten to do some amazing things with Head Nerds in Charge. Just last year at Fan Expo Philadelphia, I got to interview Nolan North. He's a voice
oh
actor from you might know him from like Uncharted, The Last of Us, and I also got to interview the amazing David Tennant, the 10th Doctor, and
oh wow.
around amazing like personality and actor. I thought I was gonna die. I was like, I'm gonna throw up, guys, and they were like, don't throw up, it's fine.
uh, I think of the line of Wayne's World, X-Nay on the Hurley, you know.
Yeah, listen, I was. It's so funny because I was like, "Am They were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Why?" And they were like, "You look pale." And I was like, "Even under the makeup?" Like they were like, "You." I was like, "No, no, no. It's fine. He's only one of
Yes.
my heroes. One of like he's. I think he's literally everybody's like favorite doctor. Is if it's not him, then it's Matt Smith, or you got to go like OG, one of the OG doctors. And I got to meet him and moderate his panel last year at Fan Expo in front of like hundreds of people, and it was literally a dream come true.
That's amazing. I'm glad that you have achieved your dream. So kudos to you and your talents.
Thank you. Listen, still dreaming. Still, we got more in the clutch, trying to bring it to fruition. But yeah, that was definitely like a huge bright spot. I talked about it 4 months leading up to it, and literally I bring it up every single chance I get because I'm like, oh, you like Doctor Who? Well, bitch, guess what?
Was there a fangirl moment afterwards?
Oh no, the fangirl was kind of like before where
uh,
he like shook my hand and he did give me a hug. I forgot to ask, so like deer in the headlights, I forgot to ask for a selfie. So we didn't get like
oh.
an official picture together, but I
Mhm.
have pictures. I have like the professional photos of like us sitting on the two chairs, like talking, and like he laughed at my jokes, girl. So I was like, yeah, David Tennant thinks I'm funny.
Oh my, that's it's such a great moment, and especially that you're able to relive it, and that you have now this important piece in your life, that is going to connect to other wonderful moments.
Oh, for sure. And like HNIC, we're like we're it. like family. Like it's so funny because I'm like I just saw Fast 10, so we're all like family, but literally we are like a family. So I got to be there, and my friends got to see me do something I've always wanted to do, and like
Yeah.
cheer me on and support me, and like it's a really wonderful thing that we're trying to build over at HNIC, and it's so important and so needed. And like I want to be able to one day give that sort of opportunity to someone else.
Right. It's when you said family, the meme that always pops up, or the thing, it's always Fast and the Furious. We're family. We never turn our back on family.
Literally, for better or worse, that's more or less what we're like.
Exactly. And then you review. I just want to make sure that I'm correct, because I've watched a little bit. You review things like within the pop culture realm, right? Things that are coming out.
Yeah, so I do a lot of movies and like some TV. If you guys, for those who follow me on my Insta stories, I do something called Scary Movie Sundays, where I will sit and pretty much cackle my way through like a horror movie. Where I'm like, this is dumb, they're awful. Oh shit, girl, that is scary. Like, like, and like that's my thing. We're going to see like a lot of like advanced movies like screenings now, so I'm getting able to like get in and really like sink my teeth into it more. I used to do like almost all the articles for our website. Shout out to headnerdsandstarts.com. Pick up some of our merch, read my articles. I'm funny. David Tennant thinks so.
There's a blurb about
Yeah,
it.
listen, I'm gonna add it to my bio. I'm gonna add
Yeah.
it to my bio on the website. David Tennant thinks this bitch is hilarious. Like, so, um, but yeah, no, I love movies. I'm a major like cinephile. Even like foreign films. I just watched. What is it? I just watched Gojam Haunted Asylum. It's a Korean haunted like a haunted asylum movie, and I was like, oh no, this is actually like a little scary. Y'all better watch out. Like you have to like catch me in my stories. I want to bring it back to Twitch as well so that I can start streaming more and have that.
Now, because one of my favorite franchise movies is Scream. Did you review the one that came out earlier
Yo,
this
so
year?
I did. I We got to go see Scream 6 and I did a review and like people in the
Mhm.
comments were like, "Oh, you're not a real fan." And I was like,
Oh,
cuz I don't accept mediocre bullshit." Like how am I the problem? The movie didn't make sense. Like just like it's okay if you like doodle water, that's your business. I'm not
yeah.
here to tell you it's wrong, but it's wrong.
It was just, I feel like certain parts of it, like the whole grocery store scene, like I
Oh, the
just
bodega? Nah, so the
yeah,
bodega scene to me, the bodega was lit. I
yeah,
didn't like the opener because it was very
yeah.
like paint by numbers for Scream. Um they did it is and it's so like overdone. And, bro, the bitch had on a yellow dress. I was like Casey had on a yellow sweater in the very first movie. Like I
Yeah.
get it, y'all want it to rhyme, but like please don't do that Star Wars shit where it's like to the detriment of the story, which is where I like kind of fell out. I like that they had it like a
Mhm.
little differently, where they did like the reveal and the killers were different than like the killers at the end. I thought that was cool. I wish they had played into that more. Like we gotten more of
Yeah.
that. Like it just, I don't know. It was cool. They're doing, I don't know. Movies nowadays are like they're all about trying to stretch everything out and make it like its own universe. And horror has always been like sequels nobody asked for. Full of them. Horror is full of them. So I mean, I'm not opposed to it, and like sometimes the sequel is better than the original. Shout out to Aliens being better than the first one. So like we've seen it where it does work. I just was like, y'all doing too much, and it's down to the almighty dollar. It don't have anything to do with the fans. And shout out to them for like rocking with the series, but I was like, oh, I'm kind of done.
Yeah. there are people who want Stu to come back, after he got killed.
So I am one of these people. I am one of
Yeah.
these people. Matthew Lillard is like so wanting for this to happen. And I was
Yeah.
like, he's the only other person that made any fucking sense to still be chasing Sydney or any of these other people at this point. So, like, spoilers for Scream 6 if you haven't seen this, like, 90-day-old movie or whatever. The killers are the family of the girl's boyfriend in the last
Yeah.
movie. And I was like, so your son had a really healthy obsession, and rather than just like mourn and move on, you're like, let's attack strangers. Because his obsession is like, he should have gotten away with murder. Boo. What?
That doesn't work in our household.
Right, right. The dad was like, literally, I spent so much fucking money on his obsession that I'm not willing to let it go, and I now want to murder strangers who have done nothing to me. Like that. Oh, all right. It don't make sense at my house, but okay.
Avenge me, kind of a deal.
Right, right. And I was like, but poor K. Like, and then the characters take all this like cartoony amount of damage, and they're still able to like go on. And I was like, I get it, because crying white women in horror movies used to be the reason I hated them. But like, I was like, I kind of miss that, because these people be taking so much damage, and I'd be like, hey, yo, like, okay, bro.
They do.
Oh my god, have you seen Your Next? Talk about a movie that I actually kind of want to get a sequel.
Yeah, it's been a while. I watched it.
Oh, I watched it recently. I watched it yesterday, actually, before I watched Go Jam. And I was like, this family is useless, useless. But they also like just fall over and die. And I was like, oh, you got an arrow in your shoulder. You can walk it off. Like, that's where I was like, oh, these people need a little bit more toughness. I was like, this is where that unreasonable like strength comes from. I'm like, where's your grit? Where's your determination? You guys are just rich and pointless. Like, ugh, no wonder the brother wants to kill you.
Exactly. Um, I like what is it? I believe it's Rosemary's.
Rosemary's Baby.
Yes, where it's like the mini series.
Oh, the one with Zoe Saldana.
Yes.
So I have not seen the miniseries, and I actually didn't finish Rosemary's Baby, not because it scared me at all, but because I was depressed at the time, and I was
Okay.
like, poor Rosemary, nobody's helping.
Yeah.
I got like so sad, I just turned it off. I just turned it off. I was like, oh, are y'all just not going to do anything to help Rosemary? Save yourself, run away. And it was so frustratingly like sad. What I did watch recently that's kind of like this, you'll probably like it, is Lyle.
I think I've heard of it.
Yes. So it's on Paramount Plus, I think.
Okay.
And I watched it a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, okay, all right, with the gaslighting and the friends. I was like, I'm digging. I was like, I'm picking up what you put down, Lyle. It's very like in the vein of like Rosemary's Baby, but like with like I like the ending, because like where Rosemary just kind of like gives up
Mhm.
in the original movie, and she's just like, well, this is my baby now. And I'm like, bitch, that is the devil. Um, and Lyle, the mom, kind of like fights back. She's like, absolutely the fuck not. And I love that for her. So if you like Rosemary's Baby, I think you'll really enjoy Lyle.
Yeah, the girl from Halloween Town is in the miniseries.
It's, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I said I might check it out, but certain Rosemary's Baby was already like a movie that I felt like took really long to get to the point. So like the idea of it being stretched out into a miniseries, no matter how much I do or don't care for Zoe Saldana, I was like, that seems like a lot.
I know one movie that I kind of ripped on and I watched. I believe it's the it was almost like they were in quarantine. I believe that's what it was called. It was like a horror movie, and there was an outbreak and
So there's
zombies.
a
And
couple of those
yeah,
though. You got to be a bit more specific.
I think it's the one that came out maybe 6 or 7 years ago, quarantine, and like these people are trapped in this hotel or this small apartment, and then like
Oh, with the
there's
news
a
reporter.
fireman. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's actually a remake of a Spanish movie called Wreck,
yeah.
and it I haven't gotten a chance to see the original. They took it down off of streaming. It used to be available everywhere, and I can't find it now. But Quarantine, that one is actually really, really good, and it's
Hmm.
actually a really good remake when compared like side by side to the original film. I love it when they do it good because like foreign films for me are like some of them are really peak. They're either really peak or I just don't get it. I'm like certain things just don't translate to me. But like I felt like that was one where I was like the what I have watched of the original movie, I was like, yes, this would be great. I can't wait. Actually, I might find that.
I think
I
it's
haven't
it.
done a scary movie this sun today yet, so I
Yeah,
might do that today for my
yeah.
scary movie
I
Sunday.
I think it's the ending scene where like the old gimpy uh, kind of zombie person just grabs the camera, just grabs her like she's hiding and just and like
Yeah.
it's so predictable she's gonna get caught.
No, well, like oh, it's on Amazon Prime. The original one is on Amazon Prime. Awesome. So
Yeah.
I will watch that today. Actually, I don't know. It still got me. Like I love a good like jump scare.
Hmm.
So I'm like, ooh, I actually thought she was gonna survive. I thought she was gonna survive in quarantine, and like they don't. The original movie has like sequels to it, and like the girl in the original movie survives, but like when they did the sequel to Quarantine 2, they don't say anything about her, and I was like, she's just dead. Damn, that bitch, she did everything right. Like, sorry.
um, I've been watching the sci-fi series Child's Play.
How do you like it?
I like it because it's a different level of like him tormenting like people and everything. Like it's got the slappy like humor and everything, but like
Mm-hmm.
there is like moments of darkness, you know, like he literally manipulates the one kid to beat up Devon Sawa and kill Devon Sawa. Like he actually uses mind tactics, you know, and like to
Okay.
him it's other people doing his bidding and but I just think it's interesting that Devon Sawa, spoiler, he gets killed in each season and comes back as a new character. And
Wow.
you're like, well, didn't he die in the last season? And then you're like, oh, it's a new character. And I know that the director from Child's Play, he does that sometimes where he'll kill one character off and he'll make him into another character at some point.
That's literally the entire American Horror Story series. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Child's Play to me always seemed kind of like ridiculous as a premise because I was like,
Yeah.
baby, I'm not finna be afraid of no doll. It's not happening because even let it pop off. It's going in the oven, first of all. At what? And as a child, I was so afraid of my own mother that like I'd be like, so listen, you're not gonna believe it, and you're gonna say that I'm bullshitting, but my doll is doing some fucked up ass shit, and I'm tired of getting in trouble for it. Like my mom would have like killed the doll, like burned it, just so that she can be like, huh, shut up, damn. Like, like certain things, just certain premises just don't work in an ethnic household.
The first time I saw it, it was in Spanish. So my
I love
sister
that.
used to turn it on and like it would like torment me and I go, he's gonna come after me and I don't know what he's saying. I don't know if he's gonna dictionary or anything.
I love that. You're like, I won't even know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know if he's coming or later he's just messing with me.
Oh my god. Oh my
But
god, that's
yeah,
hilarious. I
he'd
did
be like,
like the
hold on.
new one, the movie with the
Oh
AI.
yeah.
I was like, okay, come through. And then Mark Hamill made it properly creepy, and I was like,
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I, we kept thinking like Star Wars references because we knew it was Mark Hamill. I'm like, use the Force, Chucky.
Oh my god. He practically had the force. Like,
Yeah.
talk about like plot armor to the T. I was like, bro, like everybody owns all the same shit. Like nobody password protects anything. Like this doll just get around. That
It does.
I like holy plot armor, Batman. Like, okay.
I enjoy him and Tiffany. I enjoy their uh, humor and how they interact with one another.
Jennifer Tilly is just awesome, and I'd like to meet her like in person one day. She seems like she would be so cool as well to meet.
She is. I've not met her, but in the new Chucky series, she's watching her movies,
Oh my
on
gosh.
screen and like saying how much she's watching Liar Liar at one point.
That's awesome. So meta. I love it when it's like meta, but not in a bad way. Like you're
Yeah.
like we're all in on the joke together. I love that.
Oh yeah. I enjoy them, and then Robert Englund. Are you a fan of Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah. So yes, only because that was like my first like real introduction to horror was Nightmare on Elm Street. And as a child who was already afraid of the dark, the idea that I couldn't just sleep and the monsters would go away,
Yeah.
wild. Wild. But I he seems to have fun in all of his movies as well. And like part of me is like, bro, let that man rest. Let him enjoy his money. But I
Yes.
love seeing him in things. I'm like, oh, can you just put the hat on real fast though?
Yeah. I've seen him at a convention, and he really does ham it up for anybody who meets him. He has the claw in his hand and the fedora, and
I love that for him. I love
he
that for
does
him.
the lines and everything before you take the picture.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He is. He's 150, I think, for a pro photo op or something, or 140 or something. It's pricey, but he makes it worthwhile.
I mean, he's like horror like royalty, so
Yeah, he's a
it's
legend.
not yeah, no. That certain things just track like when you meet celebrities. Like when I went to back in the day when Fan Expo was Wizard World and like
Mhm.
Whoopi Goldberg came.
Oh
And
wow!
I wanted to pay for my mom to get a autograph for like Whoopi Goldberg or the photo op, but it was like two something. And
Oh
my mom
wow!
was like, "Listen, I know the color purple is like my favorite across several forms of media, but she was like." I was pregnant at the time. She was like, "Do not spend that kind of money on Whoopi Goldberg." Like, she was like, "Listen, it's cool." They get like pricey, but I don't know. That's how they make their money for real.
Oh yeah. I think trying to remember the most. I can't remember the most priciest person that I met. I think I met Henry Winkler, and that was back in the day for 80 a combo. But he's the
Oh,
nicest guy ever.
you. I will say the priciest tag I have ever seen would be when I think it was when Dave Tennant and Billy Piper came through Wizard World. I just had my baby and I was dead broke, and I think combined it was like 4 or 450, something like that. And yeah, they together were that was the priciest package I've seen. But like you want to talk about lines out the door,
Mhm.
like yeah, you buy those photo ops for people like that and you don't even get guaranteed photos with them because they are so popular. So
Right.
you gonna pay a pretty penny to see your favorite person.
Yeah. I did pay for David Arquette and Ghostface photo op. That was the last one I got at Monster Mania.
Oh, I want to go to Monster Mania. Is that in Jersey? Where is that?
They have one in Hunt Valley, Maryland, and then one in New Jersey.
Yeah. So we there's one in New Jersey. I think it's in Atlantic City or close to it. I want to go to
Hmm.
that one. One that I paid for that I kind of feel like I got more than my money's worth. I paid for Evan Peters' autograph, and I got a
Mhm.
picture of him. I got a video of him saying hello to my sister, for my sister because she couldn't come, and
Oh
that.
wow.
Yeah, I posted it, like I took it on Snapchat and reposted it on Facebook, and she was like, "I love you forever." Like, so that was really cool. The first celebrity I ever met was Gina Torres. I sobbed like a baby. I was just like, "You're so inspirational, and I love that you're a girl and you're black and you kick ass." She was like, "Oh," she gave me a hug.
Aw.
Yeah, she gave me a hug, and we got a picture. And I was just like, my crying ass.
For me, oh man, so many. Probably Judith Hogg. That's the one that I've had a really close with. April O'Neil from the Ninja Turtle movies. Uh,
Oh,
Very sweet. She actually like locked hands together, so that was interesting.
oh my
And like
goodness,
talked,
that's
and then
awesome.
she asked when did I start watching Ninja Turtles? How old was I? Da 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 da. And we took a lot of photos, and she's a very sweet person. So
I love that. Oh, I love it when they're nice. I love it when they're so nice. That's the best.
yeah, I know. Next month I'm going to Anime Columbus, and they're having a Futurama panel. So that's one of my
Ooh,
favorite cartoons.
we got to meet Billy West, I believe his name is, the guy that did the voice of
Yes.
Fry. Yes, so
Yeah.
we got to my friend Curtis, also a head nurse in charge. We got to
Yeah.
interview. He got to interview him. He did his panel. You want to talk about two comedians just yucking it up. Oh my god, so he's so funny and so
Yeah.
personable. Like you're gonna enjoy that.
I have my cosplay. I'm going as Zoidberg, Doctor Zoidberg.
Awesome, awesome. He'll get a kick out of that. I'm sure he was great at Fan Expo.
I want to be like, what about Zoidberg?
Just get up to the mic and be like, "But what about Zoidberg?"
Exactly. It's interesting because I bought the costume. It's a yarn mask. So somebody made eyeballs and made this all yarn, and then the tentacles are yarn.
Oh,
It
you're
kind
gonna
of
be
looks like
hot.
it looks like Kalulu a little bit, but I like that
Yeah,
it's yarn and you can take it off
yeah.
easily.
Okay.
And then I ordered like an orthopedic like a thing, and then a lab coat, and then the lobster claws that I have are plastic, but you can actually pinch, and I wanted to make sure I could
Okay.
pinch and not because if you can't pinch, you're not really the care.
What are you even doing here, sir?
Yeah. That's a Dr. Zoid fail.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I
Oh,
felt like everyone's going to probably go as Fry, so I chose to go as Dr. Zoidberg. But
okay.
I'm looking forward to meeting him in Hermes Conrad.
Mhm. Well,
he's
that'll be
he's one of my.
fun.
Oh yeah. Do you have any conventions coming up?
So at HNIC, we're actually trying to put our own convention on. Details
Okay.
coming soon. It'll be our second one. We have a theme called Carnival. We always go to. We're going to the Roots picnic. Actually, we're gonna show up there, show out at the Roots picnic,
Okay.
support our friends, the Trap Nerds podcast. And then I think our first like convention will probably be BlurredCon in July. So we're gonna go there and
Okay.
do what it is that we do. If you know, you know.
You got to be in the know.
Listen, if you we come to BlurredCon, we put our panel on. It is always a huge party, and then we got a little reputation for throwing maybe a little kickback, little minor kickback at the hotel. It's really not worth talking about. But listen, like I know when them tickets go on sale, be there.
All right. As we wrap things up on Dan-A-Plooza, anything else you want to say or promote as we wrap it up?
Make sure you guys check out Head Nerds in Charge. Our flagship show is Wednesdays 8ish. We back to being on at 8:30 by 8:30. So we're 8:30 to whenever y'all stop watching. You can catch me on my Instagram and TikTok. I'm at TeffyWonder everywhere. That's where I'm the most active. And keep an eye out for the Awesome Day podcast. I'm a autism parent and little activist trying to give autistic caregivers and adults a platform um, to be able to be their most authentic selves and share their experiences without judgment. So if you follow Head Nerds in Charge, you can follow me. Find us there.
All right. I want to thank my amazing guest, TeffyWonder, for being on Dan-A-Plooza. Everybody stay tuned. Dan-A-Plooza will be back on Thursday with two guests. Have a good night.